Some people make 30,000 a year and build wealth. Others make 200,000 and stay broke. So what's the difference? Because it's not about how much you earn. It's about what you do after you get paid. Most people believe income is the solution. If I just made more money, everything would change. But the reality, higher income often creates bigger problems, more spending, more pressure, more lifestyle upgrades, and eventually, more financial stress. This is why so many high earners are still living paycheck to paycheck. Not because they don't make enough, but because they never change how they think about money. Imagine two people. One earns $50,000 a year. The other earns $150,000. The first person lives below their means. They save. They invest small amounts consistently. The second person upgrades everything. New car, better apartment, expensive habits. Every raise becomes an excuse to spend more. At first, it feels like progress, but over time, something changes. Bills stack up, expenses increase, and suddenly, that higher income doesn't feel like freedom anymore. It feels like pressure, because now they need that income just to survive. And if it stops, everything collapses. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it's one of the biggest wealth killers in the world. The more you earn, the more you feel justified spending. Then there's dopamine. Spending money feels good. New purchases create temporary happiness, but it fades quickly. Some people chase it again, over and over. And finally, there's a lack of financial education. Most people were never taught how to invest, how to build assets, how to make money work for them. So they stay stuck in the same cycle. Earn, spend, repeat. Instead of earn, invest, grow. Staying broke isn't always about income. It's about habits, decisions, and mindset. Because money doesn't fix bad financial behavior, it amplifies it. And if you don't control how you use money, it will control you. But the moment you shift from spending to building, everything changes. But here's where things get even deeper. Because lifestyle inflation is only one part of the problem. There are a few more traps that keep people stuck, even when they think they're doing everything right. One of the fastest ways people stay broke on high income is debt. Not just any debt, but lifestyle debt. Credit cards, car notes, personal loans, buy now, pay later systems. At first, it feels harmless. You can afford the monthly payment, but that's the illusion. Because debt doesn't care about your income, it eats your future income. And once you stack enough of it, your money stops being yours. It becomes assigned before it even hits your account. Rent, bills, payments, interest, and what's left? Just enough to repeat the cycle again next month. There's another hidden force most people don't talk about: comparison. Social media has completely changed how people view money. You're constantly seeing people buying luxury cars, traveling every month, wearing expensive clothes, living lifestyles that look effortless. But what you don't see is the debt behind it, or the financial stress behind the scenes. So people start copying a lifestyle they can't actually afford, not because they're irresponsible, but because they're trying to keep up. And the moment you start spending to impress other people, you lose control of your own financial direction. Now here's where everything starts to change. Wealthy people don't think in terms of income. They think in terms of assets. An asset is anything that puts money back into your pockets. Investments, businesses, cash flow systems. While most people ask, how much can I spend? Wealthy people ask, how much can I keep and grow? That shift alone changes everything, because the goal is no longer to look rich, it's to become financially independent. And this is where real wealth actually comes from. Not income, not jobs, but compounding. Small amounts of money invested consistently over time can grow into life-changing wealth. At first, it feels slow, almost pointless, but compounding doesn't reward speed, it rewards consistency. Most people quit before it even starts working. That's why wealth feels impossible to them, not because it is, but because they never stay in long enough to see the effect. If you strip everything down, wealth comes down to a simple formula. Earn more than you spend, invest the difference, repeat for a long enough time. That's it. No secrets, no hacks, no shortcuts. But here's the part most people miss. The real challenge isn't financial, it's behavioral. Can you live below your means when your income increases? Can you delay gratification when everyone else is spending? Can you stay consistent when progress feels slow? That's the real difference between staying broke and building wealth. Because money doesn't change who you are, it reveals who you are. If you're careless with small amounts, you'll be careless with large ones. If you avoid discipline now, more money won't fix that later. But if you learn control early, even a small income can turn into something powerful over time. So when you see someone making 6 figures but still struggling, it's not confusing anymore. They didn't fail at earning money, they failed at managing it. And the real takeaway is this: you don't need more money to start building wealth. You need better decisions with the money you already have. Because the moment you stop upgrading your lifestyle and start upgrading your habits, you stop running in circles and finally start moving forward.